Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today's a 4 for 4. I'm excited about this. I know nobody watches these, or hardly anybody watches these. So if you're watching, I really appreciate you watching. And I can't tell you how much it means to me that you click on this video, because I find these super helpful, and I hope that you they inspire you. So I have 4 face and eye palettes today. Don't worry, it is not the blush that I'm wearing. That I look a little like clownish. I know. This was my upcoming face palettes, 4 for 4. So I have 4. This first one came from BoxyCharm. This is the Brow Bar by Reema palette. Oh, that is super shiny. So that's the first one. Then I have this one from Natasha Denona. It is the Glam palette. This one is also super shiny. I just got all the super shiny palettes. Then we have from Tarte. This one is the Fall Feels. Just so darn cute. Love it. And then we have the Ofra and Samantha March palette. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. That really does help out small YouTubers. And I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know. We're going to start with the Samantha March palette. This is the Life's a Draft palette, and in here, I do like this. It's magnetic. It does not have a mirror, but it does have a plastic cover over all of the things, so I do usually keep the plastic cover on. And inside, you have 8 eyeshadows, a blush, like a shimmer blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer. Let's swatch it, and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so here they all are swatched, and here's what the palette looks like once again. So up here we have our 8 eyeshadows, 1 row, and on this side, the other row here. And then we have the blush, the highlight, and the bronzer. I really like the highlighter. It is Dream Chaser. It's beautiful. The blush is called 6, which is also really pretty. It is shimmery, so a little goes a long way with it. And I really like the bronzer. It is slight shimmer, not very much at all though, and it is buildable. I did build it up just a little bit. Let me give one more swatch so you can kind of see. It can be very light, as you can see there, or you can build it up. So that is nice. The eyeshadows are not quite my favorite. I don't love the Ofra eyeshadow formula. I did find that I used the highlighter as an eyeshadow, and I really liked it. They work all right. Are they the best eyeshadows ever? No. Are they pretty? Yes. Do they have a little fallout? Not too much. I didn't have too much problem with this palette. I've had worse fallout with some other palettes lately, but this one, no, not too bad. A little bit of fallout, but they did blend in pretty well, and I enjoyed the color story, and I enjoyed the looks that I got. Is it my favorite palette? No. Did they all work well? Did they last well on my eyes and on my face? Yes. But once again, I feel like the Ofra face products are so much better than their eye products. I just don't like them quite as much. So yeah, it is pretty, and I like it. I'm trying to make sure the colors stay true. That's why my face is in there. I like it. And I would recommend it if you like Samantha March and you want to support her. I think this is a good one for that. But it's not one that I'm run out and it's a must-have. It's a nice palette, and I will keep using it, and I will use it, and I will enjoy it, but it's not a must-have. All right, next up we have from Brow Bar by Reema. This is the Drama Queen palette. This is what it looks like. It looks, pretty nice. Has a couple blushy shades. Got a couple highlights. Got 4 eyeshadows, and then you have a translucent powder. This is honestly translucent. If you put it on, it's not going to show up at all. Now, obviously, if you have flash photography, it probably will show up, but if you want something to set under your eyes and you're not planning to take pictures, it works fine. That was probably my favorite powder in the palette, because this is what they look like when you swatch them. Yeah, do they look as pretty as they do in the pans? This looks like a promising kind of palette, some interesting shades. I try to use these all as blushes. I try to use all of them as eyeshadows. I used all of the shades multiple times for the most part. Didn't get a look with any depth. That was an issue. Didn't really like the way the blush looked on my face. Didn't like the eyeshadows. If you can see that the purple which looks very purple in the pan, is more kind of a brownie, not really that pretty of a color. There was Fallout. The three shimmers, these three were fine, but like this one was kind of okay as a highlighter. That one was definitely too dark as a highlighter. Just was not my favorite. Did not like the formula, didn't like how it performed. It did wear away throughout the day, so beware of that. Yeah, it was not a winner. It's definitely leaving my collection after this because I just didn't like it at all. And I would say don't waste your money on it. All right, next up we have the Fall Feels palette from Tarte. I mean, how cute is this? Look at this was the total sucker, 90s Clueless vibes for me. They have the lip gloss with like the Clueless yellow plaid. Yeah, so it's really pretty. It is like textured. I love that. The colors in here are just like nice and neutral, like that beautiful blush in there. Oh, that's what got me. Loved that. Looked at all these and I was like, yeah, there's a couple pops of blue, not my favorite, but, and then the, I don't know if you can see, but this is like plaid as well. It's so cute. So let's look at how it swatches. Swatch is pretty okay. It's mostly shimmers. You got two mattes. You have the brown, like this slightly brown matte, and then the like slightly white matte, and then we have the blush down here at the end. So I did use the blush as an eyeshadow. I used all of these shades. The shimmers definitely go better with a finger. I tried to use this one, and this was fallout everywhere. Faded, terrible by the end of the day with the green. Didn't like it at all. It was pretty awful. Didn't enjoy either of those. There was fallout. Fallout somewhat with the blue, and also, but these two worked better if you used a finger to apply them than if you were trying to use a blush. I love the three mattes. Like the blush and the two mattes, oh, so good. Really good formula, like Tarte, normal, good formula. The shimmers just left a lot to be desired. I mean, they look beautiful now. And as long as you're putting them on with a finger, it's fine. I probably wouldn't wear much of the green because that was the worst color for me personally, but maybe if I put it on with a finger, it would perform better. Who knows? I mean, I'm wearing green today and it was a struggle too. Maybe green is just not my shade, I guess. So I kind of like this one. I kind of don't. It's one that I'm on the fence about decluttering because I'm like, ugh. My brain is like, it's not your favorite, it's not the best formula, but then my heart is like, but the fabric container, I love it, and I really love those three, the blush and the two mattes. So I think I'm not going to declutter it, but it's one that I probably should declutter. It's one of those on the fence type of palettes, so not one that I would say I would go out and get or that you missed out by not getting. I'm glad that I got this one on like clearance, so that helped for sure. I didn't pay full price, but I like it, kind of, but it definitely is not a love. All right, we're on to our last palette, which is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. It's so shimmery. I'm trying not to like blind you, and it looks funky because you see my microphone and all of that. So this one is a face and eye palette. It does come with a nice big mirror, but I've left the thing on it just because it stays cleaner that way. And it does have a little flap here because inside here you have a cream blush and then just a regular powder highlighter. And then you have 5 shades here. They say inner corner, transition, crease, outer corner, and smoke. I have used all of these shades. I found that I didn't use both of the shimmers together. Like I didn't do an inner corner shimmer and an outer corner shimmer. I just did one shimmer of the other. Also used the highlighter as a shimmer one day. It is so beautiful. I really enjoyed all of the shades in here. I will say the two eyeshadow, the shimmers, these two, they do have fallout. They do have like, they're a little chunky. They do go on with a finger slightly better than with a brush. They did go on with a brush, but I don't know. I just felt like they worked a little bit better with the finger. The highlighter went on really pretty with the brush though. So there's some really nice neutral colors. It's so pretty. And just as I'm sitting here, like my pants are getting little bits of glitter. So there is fallout with those glitters. Beware of that. With this, I don't know if you can tell how like kind of grody it is after just a couple uses, 3 uses, because one day I forgot and I had already put all my powder on and I was like, I don't want to put this on over my powder. So I didn't try it because I was teaching and I was like, I want to make sure, like I experiment with these type of cheek colors on the weekend. So this is really pretty. It's a really natural, beautiful, and it goes under powder really well. But it does get kind of funky looking with your makeup sponge. That's how I put on my cream blushes. I don't know if you have other suggestions for how to do that. Let me know. So I love this palette. I love the shades. It was super easy. It was like, this would be a good go-to everyday palette for someone if they're looking for something work appropriate. I feel like this is a great work appropriate palette. It's going to be very pretty and useful. Probably would get bored with it after a while. Like I like variety, obviously, but I think it's really beautiful. And I could see myself, like if I was going away for a weekend or something, like this would be the one palette that I brought because it would be compact and it would be easy to use and to carry along with me. I still see, like I keep wiping off glitter from my pants and I keep getting more glitter. So I'm going to wipe these off really fast because there's a lot of fallout. It didn't feel like as much fallout on my face as I am getting just sitting here with the swatches on my hand. So that could be there too. But when I did my makeup, I did have a lot of like glitter fallout. So I always have because I wash my brushes once a week. So I had my old powder brush and I swept away any loose glitter with that. But yeah, you do get some fallout with it, but it is beautiful. It's Natasha Denona. It's that quality. It's really up there and just really nice. So let's talk about where I would rank them. You can pause this for a second and tell me where you think I'm going to rank these, because I think it's probably very obvious today where my ranking is going to be based on what I've already said. So in last place, obviously, the Brow Bar by Reema. This is one that I am decluttering. It just, the colors didn't work. I didn't like the formula. I didn't like anything about this palette. So I am so happy to declutter it and get it out of my life. In third place, I am putting the Tarte Fall Feels palette. This was the Drama Queen palette, by the way. The Fall Feels palette, though, it's not the best. It's very pretty. It's nice, but it's not the best. Like, there's so many other palettes out there that are so much better. So I would put it, you know, don't go out and get it, but I am keeping it. In second place, I am putting the Life's a Draft palette with Ofra and Samantha March because it is very pretty. I like the colors. The face products are what sells it for me with this one. They're so nice. Eyeshadows, not as fun, but don't work quite as well. But they're still passable, still usable. And of course, in first place is Natasha Denona Glam. Like, I love this palette. I love the colors. It's just a great all-around palette. There is fallout, so keep that in mind. It's not like the best palette ever made. There are some issues, but it is really pretty and it looks really nice and it's pretty easy to work with, which is really important for me. Let me know if you have tried any of these palettes, what your thoughts and opinions on these palettes are, and let me know how your day is going. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.